of Dustin Hittner. To his outside will be the 217, the Automation Group sponsored entry of Matt Brown. Row 2 on the inside will be the 33B, the Roadhouse Billiards and Brew sponsored entry of Hunter Bloom. To his outside is the 45, the T.L. Morgan Motors sponsored entry of Jason Cox. Row 3 on the inside will be the 3-car, the Bloom Family Racing sponsored entry of Garrett Craig. And it looks like your final starter will consist of Braden Brookshire, car number 10 out of Forest Grove. Looks like Mitchell Jameson not making the call for heat race number 3. So we'll go with 6 cars, 8 laps the distance. We are going racing this time as they exit turn number 4. Hittner and Cox, your front row. Looking for the green. We are racing. Down on 182 they go. Jason Cox going to come out with a race lead down the back straightaway. Over Dustin Hittner. Excuse me, Mitchell Jameson is on the racing surface. Looks like Matt Brown not making the call. I was just looking at my race pass. As it's still Jason Cox, Dustin Hittner, Jameson, and Bloom having a good battle for that third place spot. As they work their way down into 1 and 2, Mitchell Jameson with a good run, going to split Bloom and Hittner, and Hunter Bloom around the back straightaway. And so is Mitchell Jameson. Well then, we're going to have 2 laps complete, 6 laps to go. We're also live on the Facebook Live Look-In on the Dirt Oval TV Facebook page. If you like what you see, this is night number 1 of the Freedom Cup here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. About halfway through heat race action. Right now we are in heat race number 3 of the IMCA Sport Mods. As right now, Jason Cox and Dustin Hittner, the rest of the field, got 6 laps to settle heat race number 3. Looking for the green this time. Out of turn number 4, green is out. Jason Cox back on the loud pedal as they works their way down into 1 and 2. Gets a really good drive as Dustin Hittner over the berm in 1 and 2. Yellow flag going to fly yet again in heat race number 3. Looks like Hunter Bloom also was involved as well. Hunter Bloom off of the racing surface. It's like Dustin Hittner getting his spot back as he didn't stop on the racing surface, so he'll restart in position number 2. It's been all Jason Cox in heat race number 3. As we are looking for the green this time as they exit turn number 4. Back to racing action. Down in a 1 and 2 they go. Jason Cox with a good, nice, healthy lead. Braden Brookshire moving out to position number 3 over Dustin Hittner. Garrett Craig runs second. Mitchell Jameson's going to start working on the back bumper of Dustin Hittner for that 4th place spot. It's all Jason Cox right now. 1.5 second race lead over Garrett Craig. Jason Cox, Garrett Craig, Braden Brookshire, Dustin Hittner, Mitchell Jameson. Two to go that time around for Jason Cox. White flag this time. Jason Cox will see it first. That is Garrett Craig, Braden Brookshire, Dustin Hittner, Mitchell Jameson. Down the back straightaway goes Jason Cox for the final time. Into 3 and out of turn number 4. Jason Cox will win heat race number 3 over Garrett Craig, Braden Brookshire, Dustin Hittner, and Mitchell Jameson. The IMCA Modifieds are up next for their first of 2 heat races. And your starting lineup looks like this. Inside row number 1 is the Junction City Muffler Shop sponsored entry out of Springfield, Austin McTaggart. 2 is outside. Out of Jasper, the Todd's Auto Body sponsored entry of Eric Ashley. Row 2 on the inside will consist of the 7M. He is out of Wairika, California. The Aces Affordable Auto Glass of Ethan Killingsworth. 2 is outside. Will be car number 54, the JT Chassis sponsored entry of Nick Trenchard. Row 3 on the inside will be the 21A. The Drager Performance sponsored entry of Matt Drager. 2 is outside. Car number 42, the Superior Fuel Cell sponsored entry out of Coburg. That is Kevin Williamson. Row 4 on the inside, number 19 out of Jasper, Madeline Ashley in the Alpha Towing sponsored entry. And out of Marcola in car number 19, Roy Kirk Jr. Excuse me, car number 51 out of Marcola, Roy Kirk Jr. in the Tristle Floor Covering sponsored entry. 8 cars, 8 laps the distance. We are racing. Heat race number 1 for the IMCA Modifieds is underway. Eric Ashley going to get to that race lead. They're 3 wide for second as they try to exit turn number 2. They sail down into 3 and 4. McTaggart sliding across the nose of Kevin Williamson. But Eric Ashley will lead lap number 1. That is Nick Trenchard, Ethan Killingsworth, Kevin Williamson. Your top 4. Drager going to go side by side with McTaggart as they go down into 3 and 4. As they complete lap number 2, Eric Ashley still your race leader. It's Ashley, Trenchard. Now Williamson going to go side by side with Ethan Killingsworth for that 3rd place spot. Give it to Kevin Williamson as they exit turn number 2. Killingsworth still there side by side for that 3rd place spot. Meanwhile, it's still Eric Ashley out front. Eric Ashley, Nick Trenchard, Ethan Killingsworth. Now it's going to be Kevin Williamson momentarily in the 3rd place spot. Oh, Matt Drager goes around in 3 and 4. Yellow flag is going to fly. Just hitting the halfway point, 4 down, 4 to go for heat race number 1 for the IMCA Modifieds. Lights are out on the Speedway. We are going to go racing next time as they exit turn number 4. Eric Ashley had a half a second lead over Nick Trenchard. And it's Ethan Killingsworth, Kevin Williamson, and the rest of the field looking for the green. Back to racing action we go. Ashley back out to the race lead over Nick Trenchard. Ethan Killingsworth still working on the top side of the Speedway. Makes a little mistake in 3 and 4, but it looks like he is going to try and hold on to third, and he does at the start-finish line. Killingsworth getting a good run down the back straightaway, working the top side. It's all Eric Ashley. It's going to be 2 to go this time around. Eric Ashley trying to hold on to that race lead, keep the boys at bay. Into 3 and 4 he goes. He will see the white flag this time around. Eric Ashley sees it first. Ahead of Nick Trenchard. Into 1 and 2 they go for the final time, and down the back straightaway. Eric Ashley got a nice healthy gap as they go into 3 and 4 for the final time. Eric Ashley will win heat race number 1. Nick Trenchard finishing second. Ethan Killingsworth will finish third. Kevin Williamson, Austin McTaggart, Madeline Ashley, Matt Drager, Roy Kirk Jr. your finishing order. Eric Ashley winning heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 for the IMCA Modifieds look like this. Inside row number 1 will be car number 55 out of Bend. The Wicked Wild Design sponsored entry of Corey Barbary. To his outside, car number 15B. He is out of Roseburg. The Newark Mechanical sponsored entry of Bennett Bray. Row 2 on the inside will consist of the 31Z out of Graham, Washington. The Scott's Drywall sponsored entry of Zane Miner. To his outside, your defending track champion, car number 5M, the Brooks Towing sponsored entry out of Springfield. That's the Bandit, Jake Maiden. On row 3 on the inside, we car number 24 out of Cottage Grove, the SKS Racing sponsored entry of Curtis Towns. To his outside, car number 8M, the Pape Rent sponsored entry out of Cottage Grove. That is Brett Muth. And your final starter in this heat race out of Eugene, the Jim and Sue Gregory sponsored entry of Paul Ray, car number 33. Looking for the green as they exit turn number 4. This time, and we are racing heat race number 2 for the IMCA Modifieds. Bennett Bray going to come out with a race lead. He's going to bring Jake Maiden right along with him. Maiden going to go from 4th to 2nd in the opening corner. But Bennett Bray is going to lead lap number 1. Maiden trying to work that cut line behind the 15B of Bennett Bray. Bennett Bray, though, going to lead lap number 2. Just barely, less than a tenth between Bray and Maiden. Now Bray going to put some space between him and Maiden as they work their way down to 3 and 4. Bray getting a little bit tight. Maiden cuts it back to the bottom. And it's still Bennett Bray out front. Paul Ray to 3rd in 3 laps for Paul Ray. But Bennett Bray trying to hold their defending track champion behind him. Bray looking good out front right now. Maiden trying to claw his way up to battle again. Maiden looking low as they look to complete lap number 5. 5 down, 3 laps to go. Bennett Bray. Oh no, Paul Ray off the power. He might get into the work or into the pit area as it's going to be 2 to go this time by for Bennett Bray. Bray has been driving this car for a few years, but here comes Jake Maiden now to the inside. Experience is paying off, and Jake Maiden will see the white flag this time around. Bennett Bray going to sail it down into 1 and 2. Not going to happen. Jake Maiden powers around the outside. Into 3 and 4 they go for the final time. Jake Maiden will win heat race number 2 for the IMCA Modifieds. Bennett Bray finishing a respectable 2nd place. Brett Mew finishing 3rd. Zane Miner 4th. Curtis Towns, Corey Barbary, Paul Ray, your finishing order. As we got one more class with 2 heat races coming up. That is the Kiefer IMCA Sport Compacts. And heat race number 1 looks like this. Excuse me. As we got Chris Linder doing a test fire. For those of you watching on the Facebook Live, look in. This will be the last Facebook Live feed or race you will see. If you like what you see, get over to dirtovaltv.com. Get the subscription. This is night number 1 of 3 of the Freedom Cup here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. So as heat race number 1 rolls out, inside row number 1 will be the 11 out of Cottage Grove, the Peak Pros Roofing and Construction sponsored entry of Joshua Shaw. To his outside will be the 46M, the Pop Pop Racing sponsored entry, Eli Miller. Row 2 on the inside out of Kellogg, the Madison N3 Ranch sponsored entry of Bruce Miller. To his outside will be the 29 out of Cottage Grove, the Pro Mobile Service and Repair of Matthew Bengal, and the Roseburg Honda sponsored entry, car number 80 out of Sutherland, Melissa Bryant. 5 cars, 8 laps the distance. Heat race number 1 is underway. 3 wide towards the back of the pack as they went through turns 1 and 2. But Eli Miller going to squeak away with the race lead. Oh, Matthew Bengal, a little bit of 3-wheel action as he went through 3 and 4. Melissa Bryant up to P3. It's all Eli Miller right now. Matthew Bengal sitting back there in 2nd, all over the rear deck lid of Eli Miller. Now he looks to the inside, not going to be able to get it complete. Eli Miller having a good season here at the Cottage Grove Speedway as they go down the back straightaway. Looking to complete lap number 3. And they do. Eli Miller still the race leader. Nice move out of Melissa Bryant. Oh, look out. Tire coming off of Eli Miller. And it stays in the park. Big bummer there for Eli Miller. He's been having such a good 2025 here at the Speedway. Wheel flying off of the 46M. Three laps complete, 5 laps remaining for heat race number 1 of the Kiefer IMCA Sport Compacts. All right, lights are going out on the racing surface. So Matthew Bangle going to inherit the race lead. Melissa Bryant was turning faster laps than Bangle. Delaware double file restart. Bryant electing to go to the top side. Bangle had a good run Wednesday here during midweek mayhem. Unfortunate tire flats going on the 29, but he is leading heat race number 1 as they work their way down into 1 and 2. Melissa Bryant going to squeak past Bruce Miller and hold on to second. She's going to take a peek to the inside of Matthew Bangle, but Bangle going to hold on to the race lead. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Bangle sails it in to 3 and 4. Going to be 3 to go this time around. Melissa Bryant just turning hot lap last time. She's trying desperately to get to the inside or outside of Matthew Bangle and fight for that race lead. Hood flopping on the 80. As she works her way, going to take a look to the outside goes Melissa Bryant. Down the back straightaway she goes into 3 and 4. She is going to take the race lead as they exit turn number 4. Matthew Bangle off the power. As Matthew Bangle stopping in 1 and 2. Caution flag is going to fly. Big unfortunate luck still happening for Matthew Bangle. We're going to have a green-white checkered finish here. Melissa Bryant inheriting the race lead. So it sounds like green and white flag coming out at the same time once this race gets back going. The one-lap shootout here to complete heat race number 1 for the Kiefer IMCA Sport Compacts. Melissa Bryant desperately wanting to have a good first night here at the Freedom Cup. Looking for the green and white this time as they exit turn number 4. Interesting start there. Melissa Bryant didn't go as they work their way down into 1 and 2 for the final time. And Bruce Miller out to the race lead. Bruce Miller on the loud pedal, and he will win heat race number 1 over Joshua Shaw and Melissa Bryant.